It is entirely possible that we are going to look back on 2021 as the beginning of what we will call the Nets dynasty years. That this team could have a Warriors or Bulls-like grip on the entire NBA that's so tight when we kick off the beginning of each of the next few seasons, we could already feel like we know who's going to be holding the trophy at the end. If that's true, it will be a dynasty that didn't exactly sneak up on anyone, but did have its grand introduction muffled by all of the injuries its three stars have had over this season. And maybe that enabled the rest of the league to operate under the illusion that this year's title was more up for grabs than it actually is. Even as recently as a month ago, there was a fever pitch of hand-wringing over Brooklyn's lack of time to build chemistry. I remember tweeting back then about how silly those fears were when you looked at all the talent on the Nets roster, which I only mention since the replies to that tweet are a great snapshot of where a lot of fans' heads were at, telling me the Nets only look good against bad teams or that they were going to fall apart as soon as they faced pressure. Yeah, about that. It is now crystal clear that the Nets' chemistry is indeed just fine. It is also clear that even with one of their biggest stars injured, they are deep enough and talented enough to just keep going. Not only beating opponents, but embarrassing them. And make no mistake, the Bucks were absolutely flat out embarrassed on national TV last night, starting with some MVP on MVP violence in the first quarter.
I saw that tweet, Rach. I saw that tweet.
KD laid that double cross combo on Giannis, who is also, I should point out, the reigning defensive player of the year. Richard, this fan on cam is crazy.
Hey, listen, I've been there, Giannis. I get it, and I don't have nearly the ability that you do.
I don't get it.
Imagine how bad I felt. It sucks.
I don't get it.
The look on Durant's face after that shot, yeah, he knew what he did. Then it was Kyrie's turn to score on Giannis. Watch this pull up. Just such beautiful ease there, right? By the end of the first quarter, Kevin and Kyrie alone had put more points on the scoreboard than the entire Bucks team. And it only got worse for Milwaukee from there, thanks in part to Bruce Brown and Blake Griffin, who showed that this team may be full of heavy hitters at the top, but it is not heavy. Blake in particular has had a terrific series so far, amplifying what has been a career rebirth since he joined the Nets. Take a look at even just his dunking numbers, which he attributes to his move to Brooklyn coinciding with his full recovery from knee surgery. That's how he explains it. Of course, that screen there, also a good reminder that the entire NBA knew that Blake was going to get bought out of Detroit before the All-Star break, and that any contending team could have at least tried to recruit him for exactly what the Nets are using him for now. Not as an aging star that they want to saddle with the expectation of being the difference in winning a championship, but as a complementary piece that can help pull the team through if it hits a rough patch due to things like injuries or COVID. Kyle Lowry, Lakers. Anyway, sorry, something stuck in my throat there. Anyway, all that Nets talent so overwhelmed the Bucks that at one point they led by 49 points. 49 points, people.
It's not 50, though, Rachel.
It's a lot.
Round
Brooklyn
up.
would finish the game shooting an absurd 50% from three, while the Bucks, yeah, it's not good. Giannis, 2 for 7 from the line. Chris Middleton shot just 35% from the floor, and Milwaukee as a whole shot less than 30% from three. The Bucks now go back home down 0-2, which would be bad enough considering their opponent lost one of its best players 43 seconds into the series. But it is even worse when you look at the path the team took to get here. After 4 consecutive years of playoff bids that ended in resounding thuds, Milwaukee completely retooled its team this year, not just cashing in substantial assets to remake the roster, but spending countless hours working on new playing styles that were supposed to make them less vulnerable in the postseason. And at least so far, Brooklyn has come along, looked at all those hours and days and months of work, and laughed in Milwaukee's face. And hey, this series could get more competitive now that it is back on the Bucks floor. And maybe even if the Nets do get past Milwaukee, someone or something else could derail them. But it is also distinctly possible that Brooklyn is going to be holding that Larry O'Brien trophy, not just this year, but for years to come. An NBA dynasty that spent its first season kind of hiding in plain sight. So yesterday on The Jump, guys, you may remember we played a game of Panic or Patience after the Bucks Game 1 loss. And just here's a quick recap from the two of you in case you forgot. We'll just show everyone.
They lost Game 1 on the road. They shot horribly from three. If they're going to panic about that, then I'm going to panic about everything in my life. So, of course, it's patience.
But I'm going to say patience, and I'm going to agree with Zach because of this reason. They won that 2-game little mini series that they had when James Harden was out.
Bucks come and win tonight. It's the whole narrative flips.
Right.
They got a split. They did everything they did. So, of course, you don't panic.
Preach patience. Do you feel like they're trying to set us up here?
I just want to know if things have changed. One of the big things they teach us.
It's a little bit of.
You're not allowed to get that close
I
to
didn't
him.
fly across the country to get humiliated
I don't
on
understand.
national television.
We did not dress alike like a cop,
I know.
like a cop comedy.
You do.
For you to treat us like
You
that.
already have your own television series, the Bold and the Beardiful. No,
the bald and
the Bald and the Beardiful.
yeah.
Now you want a buddy comedy cop show? Was that?
Yes, I would love it with Zach.
No, I will. The reason why is because the biggest thing we do in journalism is talk about moments of change. Is this a moment of change for you, Richard, Zach?
It's panic time now because that was. Because that was look, did I see 49-point lead in the old crystal ball? I did not see that.
I was saying you had to.
That was an embarrassment. The Bucks had absolutely no clue on offense. They're going ISO against bad matchups and ignoring mismatches. They have no way to get Giannis going. They haven't solved the Nets pick and roll defense, which, by the way, has been very good. But they've been absolutely, completely befuddled on offense. They have a look, frankly, of a team that is frazzled and in over their heads right now. And if they don't recover in Game 3, it's going to get ugly fast. The Nets are amazing. KD's amazing. They've been my pick to win the title all year. That was embarrassing last night.
Patience.
Ooh.
Preach.
Are you doubling
Patience.
down?
Doubling down. You know why I'm doubling down? This is why I'm doubling down. The series doesn't start until one of the home team loses a game.
I hate that.
I don't care what you think, right? I don't care. I'm not even meaning to yell at you. We're on the same team here.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.